Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here, and I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. And I've been hearing a lot of people making Bitcoin predictions about where the bottom of Bitcoin is going to be. And the one number that I've heard more than anything else is $1,800. I've heard so many YouTubers and analysts and people saying that $1,800 is going to be the bottom for Bitcoin. And I simply don't think that that makes any sense. We're going to be talking about why that number just is not a feasible number for Bitcoin to stop dropping at, but also a more reasonable number that Bitcoin is actually and could actually stop at. So if you guys are interested, go and stick around for the video, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. But let's go ahead and talk about why I don't think $1,800 is going to be the bottom for Bitcoin, because it really is a simple answer, and you guys will, by the end of this, hopefully be able to come to your own assumption as to why you guys either believe or don't believe that this is going to be the bottom or not. So let's go ahead and first talk about what really acts as support over here and where our big supports are, because this is the one-day chart for Coinbase. So ignoring our oscillators, ignoring our indicators, let's simply look at these candle body closings, seeing, all right, well, where are good support levels? Where have been good support levels in the past? And where do we have some solid consolidation at? So looking over here again on the left chart of our Coinbase, right now we're currently sitting at around $4,000 even, and we're currently, again, right around this range. So if we do manage to fall anywhere below this, and actually assuming that we are going to fall below this, where would we see a bottom out at? Well, there's a couple ranges in here. Now, again, I think one of the most significant ranges is going to obviously be where the most next consolidation is going to be, and that's going to be all in here. Now, that would make sense that it's a good support, but if we're looking at 1,800, which is the number that I keep seeing from everyone, that is this little guy right in here. So if we're using this as a strong support and saying this is our Hail Mary support, this little itty bitty guy, and let's go ahead and again do this so we can see it even better. If we're saying that this little itty bitty guy is going to be our solid savior of a support when everything else has failed, I think it's simply just silly. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me from a TA standpoint. Again, people have other reasonings. You know, they try to draw up like other support lines and saying like, oh, well, look, this could connect like that or something. But again, that doesn't make any sense. That's great that those connect, but if we put this down on a time scale like this and move it over, and then we draw this out or something, like it's obviously very far above anywhere that we need to be. So this is where I start having a hard time with the whole $1,800 number, because if we're looking and we're saying, all right, it's going to tear through all of this consolidation all the way from about 3,000 all the way down to around 2,200, if it's going to be able to tear through all of this and get to this, I am very confident that if it's able to tear through all of this guy, this huge guy, this little guy isn't going to be able to stand much of a chance either. Maybe it does hit this, maybe it does get a bounce, because I guess you have the candle body closing over here being a peak and a little bit of consolidation, along with the bottom of this being over here. But even that, again, below 1,800, I just don't see that as a very strong support. If it is able to tear through all of this and all of this, why in the world would we have this little baby guy in here and say this is our savior plus maybe one single red candle wick, right? To me, as a technical analyst, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, there's a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of analysts on the internet, on TradingView, on social media that are telling you that, if I can grab this guy, that this is going to be the bottom. And honestly, I think a lot of these guys are telling you this without actually knowing what they're saying. They're saying, okay, well, he said this and I watch him. And then those guys are saying, all right, well, I heard another analyst say this, so I'm just going to copy him. And you have all these people that are just copying each other and saying $1,800 is going to be the bottom without actually looking at the candle chart, having an understanding of it, and then deciding from there. So let's talk about why these two ranges that I'm about to show you are far more likely where Bitcoin's going to bottom out, right? Far more likely. So looking at this area over here, we do of course have this range anywhere from 3,000 to around, I would say, $2,200. This is a lot of consolidation. You have a lot of candle body closings. This is going to be, again, one of the strongest supports that we've seen, you know, in Bitcoin. Now that we broke all this major stuff up here since we've fallen, this is even stronger than this area that we're in, right now. So when we're looking at this, I think that if we break through this, we have one more area that is, again, a very strong support that I do not see us breaking. If we were to, if we were to break this whole area, where would we fall next? And of course, that's going to be right down here in this area. Now, this is going to be anywhere from around $1,200 anywhere to probably around $1,000. That is where this whole consolidation area is going to be. Now, if we break this, again, there's just so much support down here. So if you really start breaking $1,000, you'll really start seeing the price slowing down, like how fast it's dropping steadily. You'll see that drastically start slowing down. But again, I think that that's ballsy to say that it's really going to break under $1,000 because you have all of this support up in here, right? Anywhere from around 3 grand all the way around to 2,200, and then in here you have everything from around 1,300 all the way to, I would say, about, you know, maybe it could go even below maybe it could go below 1,000, and maybe it goes down to like 800 or 900. But even then, you have all of the support in here. But if we're to say that Bitcoin, you know, it's broken everything above us, everything in here, and if it's breaking this, you know, this giant support in here, what we're looking at is this little speck on the map, this guy right in here. 1,800 guy. Why would this hold? Right? That would be like me telling you that this number of here, this 8,000 one's going to hold, or like, it wouldn't be the same, obviously, because that's significantly higher. But again, looking at it as a support, it does not make sense to me. Like, when I'm looking at this, and I hope this understands, and I'm not just ranting, but this is just a baby. This is not a solid support. That's like saying that a support with 2 touch lines is going to save us from the bear market. Because of the fact that you have a candle body closing here and another one over here, that's ultimately just going to be our savior. And I just don't believe that to be the case. Now, you can also see that when we get in these ranges, the volume and stuff is going to start picking back up. You have buy orders already in these areas, giant walls. So that's my case for why I do not think $1,800 is going to be the bottom for Bitcoin. I want to know what you guys think, because I know probably a lot of you guys think that $1,800 is going to be the bottom as well. But I want to know, I want to know your guys' thoughts essentially. You know, do you still think $800 or $1,800 is going to be the bottom for Bitcoin? Do you think somewhere else could be the bottom for Bitcoin? Do you think one of these options is more likely to be the bottom for Bitcoin than $1,800? You know, if it is, let me know in the comment section below. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Are you still sticking with this? Because while it is a weak support, I guess it technically is a support. So it's not impossible. It's not impossible that this is the bottom for Bitcoin. But I'm just saying it's extremely less likely if it, you know, given the scenarios and given what it's, you know, been breaking down through. So I want to know your guys' thoughts. Where do you guys think Bitcoin's going to bottom out? Do you guys think it's going to be $1,800? Do you guys think it's going to be somewhere in this $3,000 to $2,000 range? Do you guys think it's going to be more around $1,000 or below? I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video.